The biggest moves in the beer market were measured by 1 to 5% in a year. That's an extraordinary volatility. To lose 25% market share has never been achieved. And it's impossible to even dream it.
And here we have Bud Light just making history, showing other companies exactly what not to do. And they double down, triple down, quadruple, flipple, whatever you want to call it, doubling down on the same BS that got them in this situation, almost down 30%. And you have Kevin O'Leary from the Shark Tank. One thing I like about him is he just tells it straight. Somebody will come up there with an idea and he'll tell them, listen, go take this behind the barn and shoot it. This idea is terrible. All you're doing is hemorrhaging money. He likes to keep it real quick. Just let people know what it is. Listen to him on this whole thing going down with Bud Light.
So what have you learned? Social media, widely held view amongst my CEOs, is that if you get a bad social media story, it's going to go away in 24 to 48 hours. But that didn't happen here. No. We're still talking about this situation months later, and they continue to lose share. That's number one is an issue. Yeah. Number two, you've really got to understand who your constituency is.
Exactly.
What they did there was very damaging.
Yeah. And he's 1,000% correct. Usually something comes up. Remember the submersible with the ocean gate? That was everywhere. Everybody was talking about it, and now it just disappeared like it didn't even happen. Even though the Navy said, oh man, we detected the explosion on Sunday, but we still did all the countdowns and all the stuff for the oxygen for almost an entire week later. What's that all about? That's a topic for another day. But see how fast that was in the news, and then it was gone. He's talking about as far as this with Bud Light. Look at how long, and we're still talking about it. Mind you, the CEO, this dude went on Good Morning America. They were trying to give him an out to take one side or another, and they had already asked him the question. He answers it all stupid, doesn't tell it straight like he should, and then they ask him again and listen to his response.
So where are you on the issue? I mean, was this a mistake?
You know, Bud Light has supported LGBTQ since 1998, so that's 25 years. And as we've said from the beginning, we'll continue to support the communities and organizations that we've supported for decades. But as we move forward, you know, we want to focus on what we do best, which is brewing great beer for everyone, listening to our consumers, being humble and listening to them.
And then you hear him right there. Once again, the question was, did you make a mistake? And he dances around it. We're still going to support the community. Nobody's asking you about all that. We're asking you, is it a mistake? And then he said, brewing great beer, which isn't the case. And then he says, oh, that we're going to listen to our customers and be humble in listening to them. Apparently not. You have to take it one way or another. You're either left or you're right. You're either up or you're down. You can't be in the middle. You need to call it like it is. If this was me, this never would have happened if I owned the company, but say if I did, or I'm the CEO and they come to me, I'm going to say, listen, if I was in his shoes, listen, this is me. My name now is Bob Edwards the 15th. Listen, we got caught. We thought that we were slick. We thought we were going to pull a fast one. We tried to inject a little nonsense, and you guys obviously weren't feeling it. We didn't think it was going to get this bad. This is a mistake. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like, oh, this didn't go without my blessing. I know exactly what's going on. We tried to pull a fast one. If you give us another chance, this will never happen again. We thought we were slick and we got caught. That's all that he needs to come out and say. That, or Bob Edwards the 15th, that's me at that point. Anyways, that's all that he needs to do. But they want to triple down, try to stay in the middle, and we humble, we listen to. No, you don't. Because if you wouldn't have lost almost 30%. Billions, I think it's like 15 billion or way over. Some crazy number has never happened before because these people don't stand for anything. They want to play these games, and then he wants to act like, oh, well, nothing. And they ask you the question, would you do it all over again? And he still can't answer the question because his answer should have been, hell no.
My God.
And then because of this, bottling plants have to get closed down. They have some corporate positions. These people are getting laid off, even though they probably have too many corporate people in the first place. But sooner or later, this is going to affect the everyday man and woman working inside of these plants and all that other stuff, all because of the leadership is too weak. And it's just going to get worse and worse. Go to the grocery store now. I went, I saw like 1 6-pack gone. The rest of it, the 24 packs and the tall cans, cans, all of them are all sitting there. People have dug their feet in, and they already know if you get even caught drinking a Bud Light, you might get jumped. Like, that's where it's at right now. You better grab something else, a Heineken. I don't care if you don't like Corona. You better grab something else, because if you get caught with a Bud Light, man, it's almost like being caught robbing a bank or something like that. They're coming for you, and they're gonna find you sooner or later.
Not a joke.
So tell me your guys' thoughts about, will Bud Light ever recover from this? Because it looks like they're never going to come clean. Or do you guys think after a while people are going to eventually forget about this and they'll go back to the #1 beer? Because that title that they've held for such a long time is completely null. They don't have it anymore. I believe Modelo's over them. But even Modelo, I think, is made in their same plants or something like that. So they're still kind of winning in that aspect. But they're killing Bud Light as a brand itself completely because of all this nonsense. But what do you guys think is going to happen? Are they going to get out of this hole, or they're just going to be done with it because they refuse at the end of the day to admit when they're wrong? Thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, as well as share so we can get the word, the conversation going out there to everybody. And I will catch you guys on the next one.